Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome back to part 2 of my tutorial. If you didn't see part 1, go to my channel called Beautiful Nights, and there you'll find it. Okay, so this is where we left off. We're exiting out of the side of my work. Now, you may be different again if your device is bigger or smaller than mine. Now, exiting out of the pearls, if you're over here maybe, you're going to do the same exact thing. As I said before, when you step up, you have to take your longest string, put your ends together, push this work that you have down so it doesn't come up, and stretch your arm as far as you can and find which string is longer. Take the longer string, and I'm going to use that string to pick up most beads. If you don't do this, when you get further into the work, and if you're not paying attention to which string is longer, you'll run out of string on one side, and it'll be way shorter, and it's going to be a big problem. You'll have to take it back apart. So with my longer string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, 1 pearl. Now because I'm starting a new row, I will pick a lot more beads up. And 4 seed beads, 1 pearl, 4 seed beads, 1 pearl, so I have 1 pearl here. Here's 3 more, or 2 more, which is 3. So I have to pick up 4 seed beads. Now we should have that. And on my left string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads. Then I'm going to pick up a pearl and cross through the pearl. Now we should have this. The string that's in the bottom, this one, I'm going to take the bottom string and pick up 4 seed beads and go through this pearl here, connecting my new top row to the bottom row. Just like that. Pull my strings taut. Now we should have this. Now we have 2 pearls in my next circle, so that means that I only have to pick up 2 more pearls. So on my right string, I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, 3 seed beads, 4 seed beads, total 4, 1 pearl, 4 seed beads, just like this. My left string, I'm going to pick up 4 11s, then a pearl, and now I'm going to cross through the pearl. Now we have this. So again, the string that's coming out the bottom, you will always pick up 4 seed beads with that string. And then pass that string through this pearl right here. Now with my top string, I have 2 pearls in this next circle. I have to pick up 4 more seed beads, 1 pearl, 4 seed beads, and then on my left string I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads and a pearl and cross to the pearl. Let's do it again. On my bottom string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads and go through the next pearl right here on the bottom. I have 2 pearls again in this circle, so I have to pick up 2 more pearls to complete this circle. 4 seed beads on my right string, 1 pearl, 4 seed beads, on my left string, 4 seed beads, and then a pearl, and I'm going to cross the pearl. Now again with my bottom string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads. Now exiting out of the bottom of this pearl, I have to go through this pearl right here. Now I'm at the side. This is my side wall. I have to make another side wall. With my top string, I have to pick up more beads. 4 seed beads and 1 pearl. 4 seed beads. On my left string, I have to pick up 4 seed beads. And cross through a pearl. Pull it tight. Bring all this down. Alright. Again, now we have to take our bottom string and pick up 4 seed beads and go through this next pearl right here. Now we have 2 pearls in our next circle. So really we're repeating the same steps over and over, except for when we start a new row it will be different. So you have to pay attention on the new rows when we start them. So on my top string I'm doing the same thing. 4 seed beads, a pearl, and 4 seed beads. For my right, pick up a pearl, cross to the pearl. Now here we are. So like I said, this is like a puzzle to me. If you really study the pattern you can figure it out, and it's not that bad. We have these circles, and each circle is connected by a pearl. And in between the circles, you'll see these diamond shapes. See, here's a diamond, in between all the circles. So pay attention to that, and you'll understand this pattern more. So with my bottom string, I have to pick up 4 seed beads and go into this pearl right here. Pull snug, and now we should have this. I'm going to keep on going till I finish this row, and then I'll stop and I'll let you do the rest. So we're sharing 2 pearls here in this circle, and we're just going to keep on repeating what we're doing. On my string coming out the top of my work, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, a pearl, 4 seed beads, and then on my right string I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, a pearl, and cross to the pearl. Now we are here where we would close up. So every time you get to a point like this where you have 1 circle left, every time you're going to do the same thing. You take the bottom string and you're going to pick up 4 seed beads. Then you're going to take this string and pass it through the next pearl to close up this circle so we could do a step up. Now I have to connect my front wall with my side wall. This is the front, this is the side. So I'm going to do the same thing and pick up 4 seed beads and then pass it through the pearl on my side wall. 4 seed beads, then I'm going to pass it through this pearl right here. Now tighten your strings, and both of your strings should be exiting out of these 2 pearls. Take both of your strings, and on each string you have to pick up 4 seed beads and a pearl and cross through that pearl. Sorry if I leave the camera, but my strings are so long I have to really outstretch my arms to find the ends. Okay, so 4 on my left, 4 on my right, picking up a pearl and crossing through. Pull it tight. So if you put your cell phone in or iPod, it should look like this. It fits it pretty good. So I'm going to show you one more time how to start the next row, and then I'm going to leave you and you're going to have to do the rest by yourself. If you have any problems, you can refer back to the video you've already watched. Now, like I said, put your finger on your pearl, pull your strings straight out and stretch your arm out as far as you can. Find the longer string. My longer string is my red string. Yours may be black. It could be a different color. It's possible. With your longer string, every time, remember, very important, pick up 4 seed beads, 1 pearl. You have to pick up more beads with the longer string every time. 4 seed beads, 1 pearl. Now I have 1 pearl here, so this means I have to pick up 3 pearls. I have to cross through my 3rd pearl. So there's 2 pearls on this string. I have to pick up 3 more. Actually, 4 more. Sorry. 4 more. So 4, 1 pearl, 4, 1 pearl, and 4. Now on my left string, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads. And then I'm going to pick up my 4th pearl and cross through this pearl. Pull it snug, and now our new row has begun. So you will continue doing this 2-needle right angle weave all the way until you get to where your cell phone or iPod, whatever you're covering, is sticking out just slightly at the top. Don't go where the phone or iPod would be all the way in and you have the purse sticking out some, because I did that. And this here, I'm going to show you how to tighten this up. And when I do that, if it's your purse is too tall, then you cannot get the device out or put it in, depending on if you put it in when you tied your knots or not. So I'll show you what I mean when I get to that point. So keep on going, doing this weave. Alright, so I kept on going, and I kept adjusting my strings every time I stepped up to make sure that I used the longer one for adding more beads, so I didn't get, at the end, didn't get ripped off on one side. So now I can put my iPod in, and I tighten the strings, and this is what it looks like, and this is what I mean. You need your device to be sticking out the top, just slightly. If you don't do this and your device is in to like here, when I go around to reinforce this and make it stronger, your device will not be able to go in, or you can't get it out if you put it in when you tie your knots. So now I'm going to show you how to fill in the beads here around the top. Okay, so now my strings are exiting out the top of this, and I'm going to show you how to fill in these spaces to make this more durable. Now, find your longest string and take that. We're going to use that one to start with. Now, I'm exiting out over here on this side, but you may be exiting out on the middle or on the side of your front. It doesn't matter. You're going to do the same exact thing. Take your longer string, pick up 2 seed beads, 1 pearl, 2 seed beads, and pass your needle through the next pearl. So mine's exiting out this side. I'm going to go through this bead. Pull it, and it should look like this. Do the same exact thing again. 2 seed beads, 1 pearl, 2 seed beads, and go through this pearl here. 2 seed beads, 1 pearl, 2 seed beads, and go through my next pearl right here. So this is my longer string that I'm doing this with. It's, I think, maybe 2 or 3 inches longer than the other one. So I have to fill in these sides here, and I don't want to tie my knots on the sides of my beaded bag, because if I do that, when I go to put my straps on, it's going to be really hard to go through the sides and tie knots. So when I go to tie this off, I have to go down either the front or the back of the purse, which is the same thing. This could be the front or the back, or vice versa. So I just keep going, and I'm filling this in all the way around, and I'm going to meet my other string in the middle. Now, if you ran out of string like I did in my cell phone, you'll have to tie it off. You'll have to do this here, not adding the CBs on right now, but you would finish out your last row that you could before you completely ran out of string, and you would go back into your work, go down a row, and then start tying half hitch knots in between your pearls and your seed beads. So that's what you would do if you're doing a larger device and you run out of string. Okay, so I just put those on, and I'm gonna go into my next pearl. I'm going to pick 2 more seed beads up, a pearl, 2 seed beads, and into my next pearl. So I have 3 rows, so this is my center row. So I'm going to take and bring both of my ends to that center row. Pick up 2 seed beads, a pearl, 2 seed beads, and cross to the center row. Pull that snug, pull this one snug. Now I'm going to take my other string that I haven't used yet, pick up 2 seed beads, 1 pearl, 2 seed beads, and put this needle through this pearl here. So now both of my strings are exiting out of the same pearl. Pull it snug. Now this is what we have. I do this because it makes it more durable, and it also is kind of weird and floppy if you don't reinforce it. Now I'm going to put my iPod in, and I'm going to tighten it up. I recommend that if you go to tie yours off, that you put your cellular device in it, or your MP3 player, whatever. I recommend that you put it in and then tie your knots while this is in, to make sure that if you were to leave it out and you tighten this up too tight and you go to tie knots, you might not be able to get this in. See how it's kind of snug? So it'll be all ripply and stuff. So put your device in and then tie the half hitch knots in between the pearls. Okay, so let's tie knots. I'm going to take my string and pass it through these 4 seed beads right here. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Just like that. Tighten them up. Now I'm going to take my string and I'm going to go under these seed beads here that I just went through. Pull my string through, make a loop, go through the loop twice, and pull my knot down. But make sure that it falls right here before it goes into the pearl, and make sure that your string's tightened to it before you do that. And make sure that you have your cell phone or whatever in there. Put your finger over it and pull it down. Now take your string and go through the pearl and pull that knot up to your pearl. Now you have to do the same thing on this side. Go under the beads. Sorry that my ends are clear, my permanent marker wore off. Go under those beads, make a loop, go through twice, bring your knot right up to that pearl where we need our knots to fall, and slowly pull it down. Push that knot down. Now go through the pearl. Pull your string so your knot goes into your pearl. And now we should have this. So just continue doing half hitch knots going through the seed beads. Try not to get these strings to go meet into each other, because then you'll have a hard time passing through. So maybe go this way, tie a knot in this pearl, go this way, tie a knot here, and go back down this way. Try not to go on the sides, because we're going to need space in these beads so we can add our strap. So keep on knotting, and then I'll show you how to add our strap. I wanted to let you guys know, after you tie about 2 knots on each string, you can go ahead and remove your thing and then continue knotting, because after a while, when you get far down, it starts getting hard to knot because this is in here. So go ahead and take that out and continue to knot. Another thing I want to let you guys know is you need to tie as many knots as you possibly can in this. Think about it. This is going to be hanging around your neck. It's going to get a lot of wear and tear. So you really do need to enforce it and tie as many knots as you possibly can before you cut your string. And remember, don't cut your string at the knot. Pass it through several beads before you snip the string off. Now it's time to add our straps. So on my phone, since it's so big and it's a lot heavier than my iPod, I started down here, and I just went through this pearl, pulled both strings out, made sure they were even, and I weaved through this here, pulled both strings out, made sure they were even again, went through all these beads, crisscrossing them almost like a figure eight. And I started right here in the third circle and I went up this way. Doing that anchored the strap into the purse, because if I were to just start right here and make a strap, it's possible that it could break because this is kind of heavy and it's on that. So that's what I did for this. Now because my iPod is so much smaller, I don't have to go 3 circles down. I can go here or maybe start here and go this way. It's much lighter than my phone. But if you're using a phone that's heavier than this thin tiny little iPod, then you may want to do what I did and start about 3 circles down. Or if you're using this for an actual purse, you may want to go about 4 circles down so it's more secure. Okay, so I was going to show you how to anchor the string into here, but I've already filmed it like 5 times, and every time I filmed it, it took forever. It was really slow, and since my video tutorial that I'm doing is almost like over an hour, like a movie, I'm just going to tell you how to do it. It's not that hard. You're going to pass your string through this pearl here. Then take it all the way through these 4 C beads, through this pearl, through these 4 C beads, and exit out this pearl. Then take your other string that's sticking out this side, go through these 4 C beads, through this pearl, through these 4 C beads, and exit out this pearl. Try to pull your strings, both ends like this, and get them even, and then once you get them even, you continue weaving. Take the string on this side, go through these 4 C beads, through this pearl, these 4 C beads, through this pearl, then take the one that's over here, go through these 4 C beads, pearl, 4 C beads, pearl. So both should be exiting out of this pearl here. Then go through these 4 C beads here, through this pearl, 4 C beads, through this pearl, and out these 2 C beads, not the pearl. Your other string, take that, go through these 4 C beads, through the pearl, 4 C beads, through the pearl, and through the 2 C beads here. So it's like a figure eight. Think of it. It's like we're starting down here and we're going like this. You know what I mean? Figure eight. Go ahead and do that. After anchoring my string, I am now exiting out of these 2 C beads here on both sides. Now I have to take both of my strings, and on each string, I'm going to show you here, I'm going to pick up 2 C beads, a pearl, and 2 C beads. You do the same on the other side. 2 C beads, pearl, 2 C beads. Now slide them down. Now it's time to start our single strap. So what I'm going to do is pick up 2 C beads and pass my string in the same direction through those 2 C beads like this. Pull them down, and now we have this. Now we have to add C beads on both of these strings. What I've done to make this easier, for me it might be different from you depending on what you think. You could pick up them at a time and like string them on both at a time, or you could string them onto one string, do like 5 inches, and then once you have 5 inches, hold the C beads here in a string, and then take the other one and pass it back through like you're sewing through the needles, or through the C beads, going like that. So keep going, adding as many C beads as you want on this strap with your pearls or what other beads you would like to put on top of it. Alright, so I kept on going, and I have the length that I want my purse to be. Now I'm going to separate my strings. And on each string, I'm going to do the same thing here, but I'm just coming from this direction, going that way, instead of coming here, going that way. I'm going to pick up 2 C beads on each string, a pearl, and 2 C beads. Same on this. Slide them down. Now I have this. I'm going to take this purse here, and on the other side I'm going to attach it. So hold one of the strings in your other hand and take the other and stitch through these 2 C beads. Then go through this pearl, then down through these 4 C beads right here. Just like this. I'm going to take my other string and I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Through these 2 here. Then to the pearl. And also through the 4 C beads. Tighten up your strings. Make sure that you have nothing loose on the other side. Make sure it's all tight. Slide them all down. And now we are ready to tie half hitch knots. Now I'm going to tie a half hitch knot right here. I'm going to put my string through the loop, make a loop with my fishing line, and go through it twice. Pull my knot right here and pull it down. Now I have to go through this pearl. Pull the knot and it should go into the pearl. I'm going to do the same on this side. Go through here, through the loop twice, and pull the knot down right in front of the pearl. Now go through this pearl. So keep on going, weaving all through this, tying as many knots as you can to reinforce it and make it really strong so it will last for a long time. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to me, leave a comment, like this video, friend me on Facebook, show me what you've made. I can't wait to see it. So, goodbye!